The girl stands there like a doll. Is this an old memory? The world blurs. The girl's just standing. Where am I? What are we doing? I have no idea. No dialogue. We are just gazing at each other. Why would I even remember this? Somehow I do. I think back on it. The girl's lips move. I can't hear her very well. She's something special. I've forgotten this, but I know that. Akane is in my heart. She's been there for a very long time. After I wake up, I still remember that dream. When did we meet? I thought I first met her at school. I had no idea I'd forgotten her. Is that even possible? Somewhere gears aren't mashing. Somewhere deep inside me. That morning I head to HQ. I go to the restricted floor where I saw Kashima Sakura. It's deathly silent, with no sign of doctors anywhere. I walk around until I find Akane in an empty room. She's sleeping on the sofa. Her breath is shallow, she almost seems to be having trouble breathing. There's a bamboo curtain covering the back of the room, where I assume Kashima is. There's also an array of medical equipment, which doesn't fit the style of the room at all. I can't wake her up. I go back outside without saying anything. There aren't many people around. To check how my body's doing, I try a backflip. Not bad. I decide to try running up the prison-like wall around the area. I almost make it to the top using only my legs, but at the last second I have to push off and land back on the ground. That was incredible. She literally leaps up and scares me. Tsukuno-san, you saw that? You're lucky it was just me. If anyone else saw that, you'd be in trouble. Sorry, I didn't think I'd get that high. I misjudged it. She doesn't seem too mad. Thank you. Come to think of it, I need to ask her something. About Akane-san. She doesn't seem to get much sleep. There's always a lot for her to do around this time of year. And she has to take care of the holy woman too. She didn't look so good yesterday. She even seems mentally unstable. Don't tell anyone I said this, but the board of directors is pressuring her too. You mean Suzaki? Yes. Although it wasn't like this before Sakura-sama weekend. So Akane-san's black magic doesn't help here. Suzaki-san doesn't want us to do anything right now. Right, that's why I... Tsukuno-san comes closer. They're definitely more active than they have been in the past. Please be careful. I want to give Akane some encouragement. I'll find that key. I'm even more motivated now. When I head back inside, someone talks to me.
何をしている?
Nothing.
君は千里の付き人だったはずだな。なぜ単独で出歩いている? 遊んでいたのではないだろうね。
I had an errand to run.
どのような用事だ?
I can't pause too long and make him suspicious. I need a plausible lie. I was looking for a lost girl. One of the disciples. That should be plausible enough.
特使会だ。
え?
聖女会という呼び名は今年度をもって改められる。以降は特使会になる。
Why?
特使だよ。人や星を思いやり正しい行いをするという意味を込めて付けられたものだ。
I do remember hearing a rumor about that term being changed.
君は千里と恋仲なのかな?
No.
そうだろうか。君については千里からの強い意向が働いたようだが。
I don't know what you mean.
いい機会だ。少し話を聞かせてもらおう。来なさい。
That's fine, but don't you need permission from the disciples first?
事後、報告はしよう。
Sorry, but that's not good enough. I only take orders from the disciples.
君は随分と反抗的な人間だな。そういう態度を取るのは感心しない。
If you want to talk more about this, I prefer we have a formal meeting. Should we set one up now? I take out my phone. I can see Suzaki's face contort slightly.
千里のわがままにも困ったものだな。
Suzaki turns around without even saying goodbye. I made it. My heart's pounding. But I ended up relying on Akane-san again. I want to help her, but at this rate, I'll be even worse off than her. I didn't see Akane today either. I reported to her via text again. I still can't find the key. Days pass. Nothing changes. I keep searching for the key, and I still can't find it. Akane is still as busy as ever. She spends all day, from morning to night, dealing with festival-related work that Martel's doing and taking care of Kashima Sakura. According to Tsukuno-san, she isn't eating often enough. The situation finally changes on the 26th. By that time, I've finished searching every corner of the city, so I start checking near the forest. Then, I see something troubling. A human corpse. What? A man in his 20s. It looks like something bit into his shoulder, opening up a wound down through his chest. The blood is just starting to coagulate, so it looks like thick fur. He's probably only been dead for a few hours. Going any farther would be dangerous. So I leave the forest. I text Akane about it.
それはガーディアンでしょうね。
I thought so. Akane calls me later that evening.
須崎も狩猟者たちも鍵が森に寄贈するタイミングを狙っている。例年通りね。
So they're already fighting.
小競り合いよ。この程度なら毎年あるわ。死体も今頃。彼ら自身によって回収されているでしょうね。
That really doesn't feel real.
でも現実よ。最低限の覚悟だけはしておきなさい。
Yeah. You must be very tired, Akane-san.
さすがにね。
After seeing her for the first time in days, I'm honestly surprised. She looks thinner. She takes her time sipping hot cocoa.
おいしい。最近固形物が消化できなくて。
Well, that's not good. Do you still have work tonight?
今日は休ませてもらうつもりよ。
I feel relieved. There's no way she can get a good night's sleep with her workload, but just lying down for a few hours would help at this point.
そう、忘れていたわ。神戸小鳥の件よ。
Eh? Heard what?
行方不明が続いているそうね。本人だけではなく、ご両親も。あの子の父親、何年も昔に仕事を辞めているわね。
Really?
信頼できる更新所に調べさせたから間違いないでしょうね。今、預金の動きから辿ってもらっているところだけど、時間がかかるよね。
What the hell is she doing? She never had that many friends. She never tried interacting with people, so she ended up isolated in no time. It always felt like she'd just disappear if I let go of her.
大切なものとそうでないものに明確な線引きをしている子だったわね。
Especially around me, she always kept her distance.
根拠はないけれど、あの子、お前のことはとても大切にしていたんじゃないかしら。
Then why did she disappear?
わからない。巻き込まれたとは考えたくないけど。
What about the others?
大鳥千早。彼女、家庭の事情で引っ越したみたいよ。
Moved? Why then?
身内に不幸でもあったのかもしれない。詳しいことは何とも。
Something bugs me. Akane is speaking about this too lightly. I want to ask more questions, but the words don't come. What's the point in knowing? I can only live one life. I've already decided to be with Akane. It's too late now. I shouldn't get worked up just from hearing about the others, but I can't help it.
辛い。
Akane is right next to me. That day, I think something broke. I understand now that it will never go back to the way it was. I've already decided to stay here, so I shouldn't be letting this bother me.
そう。その先の調査は私の胸にしまっておく。それでいい？
Yes. That's for the best. I go quiet, and Akane cautiously puts a hand on my head. For the first time, her hand feels genuinely warm. Before I realize it, Akane and I are sleeping on the sofa together. Wow, what did I quickly get off her. Akane then curls up, taking up the entire sofa. There's no room for me to squeeze in now. I feel disappointed. Crap, she's too cute when she's asleep. I want to do something to her. Something. I agonize over this unfamiliar passion. She starts talking in her sleep. What? What is this feeling? An electrifying sensation I've never experienced. My face is covered in cold sweat before I can even react to it. Now I really want to know what kind of dream made her say that. Then the phone rings. I want to let Akane rest a little longer, so I decide to answer it in her place. Hello?
誰だ?
Tennoji, her bodyguard.
君はそこで何を? いや、とにかく千里を出すんだ。
She's resting right now. I'll tell her about it later.
千里を出せと言った。
Like I said, she's resting right now.
千里を出さないか?
I'm saying she can't answer the phone right now. Why is he completely ignoring me?
寝ているのか?
Yes.
起こすんだ。付き人が考える必要はない。ただ命令通りに動け。千里を電話に出すように。
No.
貴様。
She collapsed from exhaustion. She needs to sleep.
付き人風情が煩わしい。今人をやる。君は我々の組織には不要な人間だ。出て。
They can't get in here.
子供が幼稚なことを。
You wear a bodyguard too. For a moment, Suzaki goes quiet.
古い話を持ち出す。だが答える義理も義務もないな。
You're clearly overworking her. This just isn't fair.
だがやってもらわねばならん。それが要人の義務でもある。後から入ってきた者が先人のやることに底の浅い感情をぶつけるものではない。マーテルは君の恋を成就するためにあるものではないのだ。
That accusation shocks me. I can't find the words to respond.
人情話は組織の外でやってもらおうか。
変わるわ。
Akane-san.
仮眠をとっていたから誰も通すなと言いつけただけよ。いちいち大げさに騒がないで。すぐに行くわ。無用の波風を立てないで。少し眠れたから楽になってる。心配しないで。
Akane says that and leaves. I go outside to enjoy the night breeze and end up walking all the way to the center of town. At some point, I decide to climb up a building. I think Martel funds this place too. The wind is much colder on the roof. I feel much calmer now. I think about how powerless I am. The only thing I can do to help is find the key. I feel a powerful gaze on me. Oh, there she is. The key standing on the adjacent roof. What do you want from me? I don't understand. The one thing I do know is, if I throw away this chance, I'm complete and utter trash. I lure the key toward the forest, the key standing absent-mindedly between the trees. As I keep an eye on the key from a short distance away, a colorful bird lands on my shoulder.
小太郎、聞こえて。
This bird can project your thoughts? There's no way I can secure the key without the disciples' help.
鍵は
It hasn't moved.
どうするつもり？
Is there any chance we could restrain it using familiars?
私たちの今の戦力では困難ね。これを受け取って。
The scout bird drops a little tube-shaped case in my hand. What is it?
毒よ。除草剤などに使われる溶剤だわ。
Will poison work on her?
魔物に対しては麻酔に似た作用を引き起こすの。
The case contains an ampule. It has a needle attached, so I can easily inject it into something. So, you just want me to use this?
それが一番確実よ。
Okay, I'll try it. The ampule has a thin chain attached to it. I put that around my neck, then hide it in under my shirt.
聖女会をそちらに向かわせているわ。私はここを動けないけれど、この物緑を通して他の者への指示を出せる。みんな闘争は苦手よ。お前が仕切りなさい。
Got it. The operation to capture the key begins. First, we try using flying familiars to cast a large net over it. They accurately drop the net precisely where I tell them to. It falls right on top of the key. But its ribbons tear right through it. The key itself doesn't react at all. So much for that. We switch plans. Using the bird, I position several familiars in a circle around the key. Then order them all to attack at once. A flash of light. All the familiars are cut into pieces and crumble into dust. The ribbons begin multiplying. 2, 4, 8. The numbers rapidly increase. Just one makes her look kinda cute, but that many of them is just creepy. It looks like a nameless beast that might lurk at the bottom of the ocean. The key is on guard. My throat dries. It feels like the oxygen's getting thicker. I can't figure out when to attack it. I inch up to it, but one of the ribbons blocks me. I don't want to be cut up. I make an aurora blade. I try cutting through the ribbon and the tips of my aurora melt. As if it's being sucked out of me. Even this doesn't work? Before I can think about it, multiple ribbons fly toward me like lassos. One of the familiars leaps in front of me. It gets chopped up like butter. I hesitate. Maybe I should rush in during this opening, but I'm too afraid of the key's power. I've never seen the key kill a human. I have a vague hunch that it might not even try to hurt me. But is that true? The key assaults anything that threatens it without exception. Can I get close to it and inject an ampule without it seeing that as an attack? Should I move forward or pull back? I want to run away. Scenery Akane's face comes to mind. I have to be useful. If I don't step forward now, there won't be any reason for me to stay with her anymore. I forget my fear and rush forward. But I still involuntarily scream. Bright lines flicker in front of me. It's impossible to dodge all of them. The familiars charge in faster than me. I'm grateful. I leap up to a branch. I should try approaching from above. While the key is busy with the familiars, I swing from branch to branch. I move to a point near its head. This would be a good time to pray. From above, the key's ribbons look like expanding magnetic field lines. They're focused more on defending the key than on attacking the familiars. We'd have to get larger numbers of stronger familiars to stand any chance of breaking through. But right now, it has no defense directly above it. All the familiars are going forward along the ground to get to it. Hopefully the key is letting its guard down, just like a human would. I jump down, land on the key, and we roll along the ground. I hold it down on the ground. I have to inject it with the ampule. The ribbons wrap around my neck and both arms. I can't move, and I'm being strangled. Duh! The key sees me as an enemy now. The familiars are almost all gone. The ribbon around my neck tightens. That's incredibly strong. My mind is fading. Ow! At that moment, a small flying object shoots down from the sky. The scout bird! A momentary electrical discharge turns my vision white. I don't know what happened, but everything is white. My mind is focused on a single desire. The ampule! My arm moves. It's a little awkward, but it moves. I tear the chain hanging from my neck. My vision starts to come back. The world regains color. The aurora restraining me has come undone and lies limp on the ground.
小太郎、鍵。
The bird sitting on a tree branch. I know. I tear the cap off with my teeth to expose the needle. This kind of injector is used all over the place, even in American Army medkits. As the key convulses involuntarily, I stick the needle into its white, colorless neck. Sorry. I squeeze the bulb containing the liquid. It flows into the key. The key's movements slow down, and eventually it freezes completely. Oh, so it worked. Yes. I roll to one side, lie down, and spread out my limbs. The key is unconscious.
よくやってくれたわ、小太郎。
The bird comes down next to the key.
これが鍵の姿だというの。この少女が
You can see it?
気絶したことで認識を欺く力が働かなくなったようね。すぐに運び出さなければ。
That part isn't my job. As I lie on the ground, I make some aurora with my right hand. So the key didn't completely remove it, but... so useless. Was I using it wrong? What properties does this power have? Maybe it's not supposed to be a weapon like a sword. Eventually, some disciples arrive and prepare to transport the key. They restrain it, put it in a bag, and have a tree-man familiar carry it. The scout bird lands on my shoulder again.
小太郎、まずいことになりそうよ。こちらの動きが須崎たちに察知されたようなの。魔物使いたちがそちらに向かっているわ。人と魔物を大勢使いすぎたようね。
That is bad. Everyone can clearly see the key now. How many are we talking?
工作や荒事専門の連中ね。最低でも15人は動いている。どうやら山狩りを行うようね。
What do we do?
今、彼らに抑えられたら言い訳できないもの。何としても鍵の存在を隠す必要があるわ。聖女隊に陽動を行わせるしかなさそうね。
Then I escape the forest with the key, since I am not a familiar. If I can get back to the city, I can use cars or underground passages to escape Suzaki's men. Isn't that dangerous for them?
当然あるわ。高砂は身元不明を理由に警告なしで攻撃を仕掛けてくるかもしれない。でも、それでも鍵は確保しなくては。
Okay. I'm in no position to complain about that decision.
小太郎は顔を隠してちょうだい。魔物を通じて面が割れぬよう。
One of the disciples hands me a mask. It's a balaclava, just like any cliché bank robber would wear.
いいこと。相手が須崎である以上、魔物による援護はできない。決して捕まってはいけないわ、小太郎。
Okay. I put the mask on. After we discuss some details, the disciples all slowly leave the area. Their job is to distract Takasago and the rest of Suzaki's men, no matter how dangerous. I lower my head to them without a word. I don't know what else to say. I get the key situated on my back so I can carry it. The disciples have a harness for me to use so I can still move my arms around. Akane and I plan out a path for me to take, and I set off.
やってくれる。
Her voice is low, but I can still hear the anger in it.
おとりが捕らえられたわ。重体2名。
They're attacking, but we are all part of Gaia. One of the disciples' diversions was attacked by familiars. And it was a one-sided fight.
私たちはここにはいないことになっているもの。裏切りの嫌疑だろうが、聖女に化けたガーディアンだろうが、言いがかりのつけようはいくらでもあるということね。
And if they find the key, they'll claim we betrayed Gaia. Suzaki is trying to break down the long-standing authority of the Holy Woman. I speed up. But my legs are only human. I have no chance of outrunning those supernatural dogs. I can already feel them closing in. I think they found me.
猟犬が5頭、まっすぐに接近しているわね。数分の距離だわ。
A few minutes. Not much time. but it's enough to do something. My face is hidden. They don't know who I am. If I can give these familiars the slip, it'll be possible for Akane to deny that this had anything to do with the disciples. After all, no ordinary human could possibly fight off 5 black dogs. Only someone with more power than a familiar could do that. Only Guardian. Akane-san, keep me up to date on their positions.
どうするの?
I'm going to rewrite my power. I'll need a few minutes to focus on it.
任せるわ.
She probably wanted to ask me a ton of questions, but she knows there's no time. The scout bird flies up without another word. We can't let them see a familiar working with me. Okay. I need the strength to fend off 5 hounds. I put down the key and start rewriting. My heart twists. The strength of my wish warps my mind. A reckless attempt at self-improvement, like taking a 0 and trying to twist it into an 8. I need to triple my strength in these few minutes. The enemy is strong, and I need to be even stronger. All I need to do is wish. Up until now, there has never been a price. Nothing scarier than a free gift. I'm sure I'll have to pay the price for this power someday. I don't care. Cindery Akane's face appears in my mind. Those few times when I can see deep sadness in her eyes. An almost ferocious desire wells up. The strength of my heart. I can convert that strength directly into power. But that process only has an accelerator. There's no brake. If I start it, I'm guaranteed to crash eventually. But I care about someone else enough that I don't care what happens to me. Whatever it takes. Deep inside my heart, something very precious is taken away. A translucent red, green and purple glow fills my mind. I sink into the unknown. It's filled with information. A tremendous history. Records of past lives. Ways to break down hydrogen sulfide. How photosynthesis works. Diagrams of aerobic respiration. Flawless records on every aspect of life. A tree-lined path full of blessings and despair. The origin and oblivion of all lives. Where possibilities are created and destroyed. Where evolution flourishes or hits dead ends. All things take one of these countless paths. The goal is conflict. All heat eventually disperses. It cools down until it reaches the same temperature as its surroundings. Burning planets and stars all become cold in the end. Life is fighting against that. Against what we call entropy. Life used oxygen because of the energy it contained. Likewise, my soul wishes for strength. I need hatred and bloodlust. Without them, I can't fight back against this cold world. Lives are born to live. They've been fighting this enormous world for many generations. Right now, we have no chance of winning. But someday...
Kotaro! Mada na no?
I hear her thought calling to me and open my eyes. The power is spreading through my body. I stand up and stretch. I can feel my newfound power. My muscles are so strong, my bones are aching. It feels like magma is flowing between my muscle fibers. A hound leaps toward me. To any normal person, it would look like a sped up version of a dog jumping. But to me, it's slow motion. I crouch down under it and grab one of its front legs. The dog's momentum carries it into the ground head first. Aurora shoots out of my wrist, like mercury with a will of its own. It spreads out like a fan and cuts through the dog's neck. The black dog crumbles into sand. The Aurora reliquefies and gets sucked back into my body. What? Until now I always lost Aurora after using it, but now I can pull it back into me. It's going in and out through the slit in my wrist. I barely feel any pain at all. I try making a weapon. Fluid flows out from the slit, extends forward and wraps around my hand. It forms 3 blades. No, something even sharper. They're stronger than before too. I feel like these might be as powerful as the key's ribbons. I try expanding them. The 3 blades extend as if being pushed forward. They produce a number of joints along the way in order to move more effectively. New blades come out of my wrist one by one. It resembles a praying mantis with as many legs as a spider. The shape is completely different from those ribbons, but this is similar. They move as fast as I can will them to, and they are more precise than any scalpel. That's because of Aurora's fundamental properties. I can't use it effectively without knowing about them. Now I finally have some idea what they are. 2 more hounds appear. I swing my arm. Every joint in my blades moves with lightning speed. The dogs are diced in midair. 5 of them should be no problem. I'm no longer worried about taking out the last 3.
使い魔を失った5人が引き返していくわ。
Do they think I'm from Guardian?
そういう判断をしたはずよ。よくやったわ、小太郎。初めてお前をイケてると思ったわ。
For once?
お前の力は鍵のそれと似た匂いがするわね。
I was thinking the same thing. I really don't know why.
だから鍵はお前に執着していたのかも。
Ah, you're right.
今のうちに移動を。
Okay, will do. I follow our original course through the forest. It's completely quiet, no more pursuers. Every so often, the scout bird looks around and makes sure I'm on the right track. As I head deeper into the forest, it gets harder to walk. The ground gets steeper. It's still quiet, but the hair on the back of my neck won't stop standing up. The silence is unnatural. Am I being followed?
わかるの？野生動物並みの感覚ね。物緑の本能もさっきからかすかな不安を訴えているわ。
It's not familiars. Humans.
でもそれは。
Akane is right. Whoever they are, they're moving across this harsh terrain as if sprinting around a track. Even a skilled mountain climber shouldn't be able to move this fast. The only people who can do this are... Shall we test them?
どうやって？
Like this. I start running faster. I slide up smooth rocks and climb up sheer cliffs, as if a rope's pulling me up them. I slip between the trees and leap over several large gaps. They're keeping up. Maybe. It just hit me, but... Someone is following me, but keeping a constant distance away. Without making a sound or revealing their presence. And there is more than one of them.
お前は先に進んでいて、偵察してくるわ。
The bird flies up into the sky. It reaches a height where no normal person could see it, then it explodes. Someone attacked it? We provoked them without realizing it. I hide myself in an area with particularly thick trees. The silence envelops me. There's something dangerous out there. My heart beats faster. It's coming! But nothing comes. I start panicking. My mind burns with the urge to rush out. Endure, endure, endure. Without warning, the tree I'm hiding behind is torn apart. Right in front of me is the tip of a large stake piercing through the tree trunk. I crouch down. They were trying to snipe me with this thing. The tip is clearly artificial. I move to a different tree. But I already know a tree isn't enough to protect me. They can break through and hurt me in a single attack. I have no idea where they are, so trying to attack them would be suicide. They're definitely superhumans. None of us were expecting this. This is bad. Really bad. And I lost my guide, so I have no idea how to deal with this. Despite my confusion, I do realize that hiding in the same place forever is a bad idea. I keep my head low and move from tree to tree. Stakes accurately run through each tree after I leave. They know exactly where I am. The precision of their attacks is terrifying. But they've missed me several times, so it's not perfect. Eventually, the attacks stop. Did they run out of steaks? Those things were pretty big. There has to be a limit to how many they can carry. If they're out, then now's my chance. I don't let my guard down. I just see an opportunity and act on it immediately. It feels like a cannonball hits me in the side. Gah! They got me. They hadn't run out. The stake ran through multiple trees before hitting me. The tip reaches my internal organs. I feel overpowered by it. I try to move, but sharp pain rushes through me. I can't even walk or lie down. I cling to the nearest tree trunk and stop thinking. But no one's going to help me. I have to save myself. I have to do this. This is stupid. I should have been prepared for this, but I underestimated how cruel it could be. I didn't realize I was unprepared to fight humans. It didn't even occur to me I'd have to do that. The enemy will kill me without hesitation. I'm still not ready to fight back against such cold killers. Do I give up or keep going? I hesitate for a moment. No. I decide to continue. I can't die yet, but there's so many things I still don't know. And most of all, there's someone. I grab the stake and grit my teeth. Ugh. I use all my strength to pull it out. I try not to scream, but I still end up groaning like an animal. Blood gushes out of the wound. I hold it with my right hand, but that doesn't block it completely. It's still pouring out. I need to stop the bleeding. But I don't know how, and don't have the time. I take off my mask, tear it, and wrap it around my arm. It doesn't matter anymore. At this point, I'll have to kill everyone who sees me just to survive this. Every time my feet hit the ground, I feel it in my wound. But I run away. I reach my limit quickly. I fall over. My blood pressure is so low my limbs are all weak. The key hardly weighs anything at all, but I can barely even pick it up anymore. Is this it?